Alright, tie rods have come in. I'm going to show you an easy way to, that alignment doesn't look right. It might be better. Okay. I'm going to show you the easy way to get your tie rod ends installed again very close to alignment. And this is the quickest way to do it is grab a vernier caliper or you know, if you have nothing else, a ruler, and write down the measurement. But a vernier, it doesn't even have to be a working one. This is just an old junk one I've got laying outside. The dial indicator quit working. And what you're going to do is you're going to measure from the collar here, not the clamp, because the clamp will move. Okay, and you're going to measure from the edge of that just to the center of the Zerk fitting, just like that. Okay, lock it down, leave it there. That'll give you your measurement. Now when you go to put this back together again, and I just took this and put it up here quickly because it was loose already from the ball joint job. You can use a pair of vice grips on this to turn it out or whatever. Also pay attention to the new one to make sure that you're working with left hand or right hand threads, because you're going to have opposing threads. That way when they turn this to do the alignment, that it elongates or shortens your toe end. When you put this back together again, if the new one doesn't exactly match up to here with this, let's say it's over here or over here, go more in. That'll give you toe in on the car. Toe in is better because of the weight of the car and the movement of the car going forward will cause the tires to come back. So do not toe out the vehicle. In other words, don't back it up. Go to the next in to bring the front of the wheel in. That'll be your toe. Also, if you have air tools, this tool here for removal is one of the cat's meows. And this one, this socket is a Mac Tools SC125. I'm sure that Snap-on has these too, but you'll see that, you know, instead of fighting with these, it fits right over that, and there you go. If you don't have an air gun, then the tool is useless. You have to do it by hand. If it's frozen in, use a pair of vice grip, or if they're not long enough, a big pair of channel locks to grab a hold of it and start turning it out. Now on the new one, you want to pre-install the Zerk fitting so you know you've got it in already and you can put it up. Also, anti-seize in this case is very important because these collars are split all the way around here to open up, and a lot of water collects in these. So what you want to do is you just want to brush the threads inside there, and then you want to take the new crap, I just dropped the glob. You want to take the new tie rod end and go ahead and liberally coat that with anti-seize, and that'll keep these from rusting up to where nobody can turn these to align them. Because once you can't turn them, or you know, you got to heat them up or do some crazy shit, then you're going to be paying more for the alignment because it's more work. So, or they're just going to sell you brand new parts. I have gotten what they call a white box set of tie rod ends. They come in a white box. God knows who made them. This is your cheaper variety that you're going to get at an auto parts store. Now they are rated for the highway safety department and all that bullshit, but with tie rod ends, you know, I put 1,500 miles on this car a year. If you drive your car a lot, and I mean 30, 5 to 50,000 miles a year, buy a better brand. With me, these are easy to do, they're quick to do, and by the time I have enough mileage on it, it's time to do an alignment anyway. Normally, if you drive a lot, you should be doing an alignment every year. If you have a lot of potholes or you hit a lot of parking stops, you're going to need an alignment about every year, year and a half. So basically, once you get the old one out, this is a left-hand thread. I know this because I looked at it. Just wind it in. Put it in there by hand. If it doesn't go in good, well, you're going to need to put a wrench on that or something to wind it in. And we're going to do the same thing with our vernier. We're going to measure at the bottom because we know it's at the bottom. So we got a ways to go there. And okay, let's see. Still got a ways to go. See, the threads probably aren't going to be cut the same on the old one as the new one. Okay, we need to come back out a little bit. Right there to the middle. Okay. And we line up pretty good. And the same with this as with the ball joint. You want to make sure, if you've got a castle nut, that the cotter pin is going to go in front to rear. Now this one's already set pretty good, so we can leave it right where it's at. Move our spindle a little bit. Push it up there. What did I do with my nut? I have a problem keeping a hold of my nuts. Start that up and then just crank it down to torque. And if you do have the torque value and the castle doesn't line up to the hole, keep tightening until it does line up with the hole. Do not loosen it because this is on a taper. It's already pulled tight into the taper. So if you loosen it, the thing's going to come undone and eventually rattle around in there and wallow out the taper. So always go to the next tightest available hole beyond that torque limit. And that's pretty much it. You know, on these, when you're replacing them, yeah, use a pickle fork. Once you're done, go ahead and retighten the clamping collar, and that's it. You're done. Simple, easy, quick to do. All right, that's it for this one. Take care.